Okay, so if someone from any other country ever do you wrong, like at your workplace or with your family members, or say if someone offends you in any way possible, would you still take stand against xenophobia?
Try something.
Okay. Try something.
I don't know you, you don't know me. Maybe I dislike you for some particular reason. Let me try to actually reach out. It only takes a step.
Xenophobia.
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 However, 4 weeks ago, tragedy struck. Residents of the township went on a rampage, targeting small convenience shops owned by Somalis, Pakistanis, as well as other immigrants, forcing many of them to flee.
Xenophobia is a discriminatory attitudes and behavior by showing fear or hatred towards people from other countries.
In every country in this world, we have many people suffering from kinds of discrimination such as race, age, sex, nationality.
Our fellow brothers and sisters suffered from unjust treatment of xenophobia attacks in the south of Africa.
The problem of xenophobia has been going on for decades and now it's getting worse. Many locals stand on ideas that people from other countries steal their jobs and are to blame for increasing of drug and crime problems.
In recent violence, September 2019, the xenophobic attacked and looted foreign-owned shops. A number of people got killed and injured. Many people got arrested.
This is not right. This must stop.
So for our next Crosstalk episode, I'm going to invite my friend Busiso, who happens to be a local, to have an engaging discussion and try to find the common grounds as to what solution and action we can contribute as the young generation. Hi everyone, welcome to our Crosstalk episode. My name is Dylan Gisango and here my friend is
Nemesis Busiso Timko.
Yes, we are here on Crosstalk. We are going to talk about xenophobia, the discriminatory behavior and attitude by showing fear or hatred towards other people from other countries. I have questions for my brother here, and there's also Crosstalk hosts Amanda and Ria. They have questions for my brother here. Man, the xenophobia problem has been going on for years now, and exactly. As the young generation, we have decided to sit down and to find the actions and the solutions as to what can we contribute to fight against xenophobia. Yeah,
Of course. My views are very simple. Xenophobia is enforce of unlawful that human does to other humans for bad benefits, bad agendas, and discriminating others because of how they feel about certain people. That's how I see it. My views of it is like that.
It's like an agenda.
It's an agenda. You know, that humankind uses as a defense force to actually see people as not one, but separate.
Separate, okay.
You know? Xenophobia is a defense mechanism for one's own issues. It's not a point where you need to... it's a point where people have it the easier way to do it because they have a certain degree of a territory that claims to be theirs. So it's unacceptable. It's really selfish. It's unethical and it's unhuman.
Yes, it is.
So in that agenda, people really need to look at it in a certain way because at the end of the day, we are all Africans.
Yeah, true.
We are all Africans.
We're all brothers and sisters.
Exactly.
We're all the same.
Yeah.
So it's agenda, that agenda, like the personal agenda, like trying to solve their issues. I get it. Of course. I get it. Yeah.
If you're angry about something and you want to clear out your voice. Yeah, but people tend to look at action more than actually expressing it the right way. If you have issues, let's sit down and talk about it.
Yes, yeah, of course.
You know, because at the end of the day, I'm not barbaric to actually do something to you because I see a certain way. Because we live in the same. I always say this. Africa is my home, and South Africa is my birthright. When I'm in Africa, I'm at home.
Yeah.
Irregardless where I am. If I'm in Africa, I'm at home. Where my heart lies is at South Africa, where my home is. Like, is my birthright. That's where my family is. That's where my nieces are. That's where I play around. But in Africa, that's where I'm home. That's what I always say. That's what I always mean. Xenophobia is just that, my brother.
I hear you, man. Yeah. This was my first question. We have, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted Amanda to ask you a question. So I wanted to invite her on this live. She has a question for you. I have another question for you, but I want to give her a chance to ask you now. So we're gonna invite Amanda, our crosstalk host, co-hosts. I'm gonna invite her now. Amanda, are you there? I'm gonna invite Amanda just now.
Okay, there.
Hello.
Hello, Amanda.
I'm saying, how are you, Amanda?
I'm good, thank you. What I'm wanting to ask you is that I know that you're standing against xenophobia, right? And what I'm trying to ask you is that what triggered you to the core that you now decided to stand against xenophobia?
What triggered me to the core?
Yeah.
I believe that many of my people, African people, have unprivileged background. Many of us. So by the time we realize that a certain area where you live does not provide certain needs for you to actually grow, you need to relocate to other places to go try where it's greener.
True. Okay. Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm a person, I'm an actor. And then when I don't have work in my territory, I need to go out, launch out. So in that concept, I believe that other African countries were here to do the same thing.
Okay.
So now it's a matter of who gets the bread. They are hungry. At home, they are hungry. So I need to go make money for me to provide. So because it hit me to the core, because what if I get maybe a gig from Zimbabwe?
Okay. Yeah.
I should be limited in terms of me going there because of such a source like xenophobia.
I see.
So it gives really limitations of actually stretching out to other countries and seeing them but for not what we think they are. That's the fundamental of me actually fighting against it, and I totally am against it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you really believe in everybody has their own economic rights, isn't it? They have their own rights to find a chance, a career, or a prospect for their life. Is that what you mean?
Yes, of course. That's so true. I was just telling my brother that I Africa home and South Africa is my birthright. So that if I'm in Africa, I'm still home. So I need to be able to launch out. I need to be network. I need to be able to get with other people.
Yes.
I need to be able to learn other countries, learn other values, respect them for what they are, and truly come back home and actually teach people on how to reciprocate the energy back. So at that time, they will know what to expect and what not to expect.
So that's great to hear. So anyways, have you ever been arguing with someone else, let's say your family, your friends, that you are standing against xenophobia? You know, like, this is my right. I don't think xenophobia is right. Have you ever been in arguing with someone else?
With someone else? There is one of few because people tend to not understand. People get what they see in media, you know.
Yeah.
With that little information, someone just makes it a whole bunch of, like, what can I say? Someone just locks their mind on what they saw.
Oh, true. They get provoked, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they say, no, it's right. And how do you know? You haven't went the end. And I was thinking this morning that it's so inconvenient that xenophobia and other people from other countries, they expose only the negative side of things.
I see.
Right. We haven't spoken what the other people from other countries bring as to bring up the economy. We haven't spoken. We haven't spoken about actually them contributing in terms of education, ways and solutions in our own country. We haven't spoken failures of our own country, them coming with solutions in it. We haven't spoken about it. It's so unfortunate media always captures the negative side of how other countries tend to associate with other countries, should I say. I stand strongly because I know I'm a South African, and the person that I came here to find a job is a Zimbabwean.
Oh, so you actually got help from your friend, not from South Africa, but from Zimbabwe.
Exactly. So there's a lot of intel things that are so rich, that are so pure, that they're not exposed. You know, they're not exposed, but only the bad things are exposed, and yet one thinks and locks their mind on what they saw in the social media, in the television station, in the radio. Heard is what it is. No.
True.
Things that people do not see that is true about other countries coming within. I'm not. There's no bad forces around. Everywhere there's a bad force. Yes. Everywhere.
True.
In America, Africa, in Asia, in everywhere there's a bad force. But they try to only seek the bad side and exploit it to people for them to lock their minds in standing the next day and fighting with others. You know?
I see.
Because at the end of the day, we are all African.
True. So they're only highlighting the bad side of it, right? Not trying to find the positive side of it. So, so I asked you about when were you having an argument with this person? How did it end?
It's a matter of agreeing to disagreeing to certain things.
I see.
Of a person not understanding. The matter of, because I think how we end arguments nowadays is like, okay, in what I believe in what I believe.
True.
So it's just that let's talk about maybe, I don't know, jobs. What should I say? The job parts of things. No, they're taking our jobs. They're taking our jobs. It's
true.
Individuals to understand how the system works and how it actually develops in terms of us having to have parts in getting a job, not getting a job. You understand?
Yeah, I got
like a lot of intel that needs to be understood before anyone does action, anyone takes their shambok and beats someone up. So it's a really complex situation, of which sometimes they do have their own experiences, and when they come with them, no, because this happened to me. So you can't win an argument like that. You can only it and evaluate it, and if you can do something about it, do it now. And if you can't, just lay it at peace. A lot of sensitive background in terms of the bad forces about xenophobia, anything like that. And that being said, the arguments only ended. Okay, fine. Let's agree to disagree, but let's not carry on this notion of hating other people
Yes.
for no reason.
True.
Try to promote
Mhm.
peace out.
Exactly.
Yes,
Of
yeah.
course.
Whatever your views, as long as we be in peace, then that's a good thing, right?
Of course. That's how it should be at the end of the day. Because with peace, we go a long way. Although enemies, I mean, they can still respect each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At least there's
I like that point you mentioned
All right.
about not focusing on what those people are bringing, like what others are bringing. We're only focusing on one thing. We're only focusing on good. I like that sentiment. It shows that you are choosing that instead of what about this, which means it's only made of choice. As Pastor, we actually here to promote this and to make others see that the good that is also being brought. You mentioned about you getting help. You see, that's also the good. Those can list a lot of things there. There's a lot of people out there that we all. I believe that we're only human race. We help each other. We support each other. Like I think everyone, many people that are successful, they someone help them somehow. Maybe someone gave them food. Gave them, someone gave. I feel like we all help each other in some way.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that someone is from another country now they are different now they cannot help you, they cannot. I think it's powerful, man. I think
Yeah, of course.
All right. Oh, thank you so much, Busiso, that you're actually already answering all of my questions. I think it's time for Ria to ask you some questions as well. It's a very great discussions anyways. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. I hope your answers you got the answers you expect, you got your response.
Yes.
I'm gonna invite Ria now. Ria's next. She has questions for Busiso. Let's wait for Ria now. Is with us. Oh, there she is. We're gonna be live with Ria in a second.
Hello,
Oh,
Dylan. Hello, Sposiso.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay. I am good, Dylan. Thank you. How have you been?
Great. You got some questions for Busiso, right?
Yes, it's my turn to ask you questions now. I have followed the discussions, Sposiso, and your story is very interesting. And so now tell me, has there ever been any discrimination or abusive act in film industry?
In film industry.
Yes, you're an actor, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's my question.
Not that I know of, unfortunately. But
Okay.
I believe film industry, it's like when you're working, people know their place.
Yes.
It's not a much of a discussion where you can sit with the director, anyone. Know your place and you sit at your place. And people are, I don't lie, with my experience, they have been I've been family. And till this day, I know some of them. Till this day, I'm friends with some of them. So, definitely haven't experienced that in the film industry.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
That's great to hear about there. There's some peace, that unity. You say, yeah. Do you have another for my friend here?
Yes. So now, so you need to be honest with me, okay? Okay, so if someone from any other country ever do you wrong, like at your workplace or with your family members, or say if someone offends you in any way possible, would you still take stand against xenophobia?
In your community?
Okay, xenophobia. I feel like xenophobia is an extreme element.
Yes, it is.
Like you, but I can still talk to you. I'm still human. I can just
right.
I can avoid you. I'm still human. But when I take something and hit you, that's another story. That's another on its own. Because xenophobia is, I feel like with what has been said and what I know with it, people use it for bad agendas.
Right. Absolutely.
Maybe there's a plan behind it. It's not only me having to beat you, but it's me beating you for what I want to do.
Right.
So it has a story behind it. So it's not like another day where the two friends are just fighting.
Yeah. Right.
Zimbabwe, I'm South African. We can slap each other as boys sometimes, and it will end there. But now
It's another story.
it's another story on its own.
Okay.
Unacceptable.
So that means you
All
fight
right.
against so by all means.
He would.
So yeah, to answer your question, I would still stand against it.
That's great. Keep the spirit up.
Of course.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much. You answered all my questions, and that's it. That's my part. All right, Dylan. Thank you so much for inviting me. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye. That was Ria. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I still have got one more question. I told you I've got 2 questions. Man, let's say, okay, we're all trying to fight xenophobia. That's the reason we're even here now. I want to ask you, how do we fight against xenophobia?
How do we fight against xenophobia?
Yes.
I've always, when I talked to you once, I mentioned like 3 steps on how we should help us fight it, should I say.
Okay.
Because xenophobia is, I think it's a very strong force where it's going to be there for many decades. But we need to have to find a way. So how do we find a way? Number 1, we need to check yourself first. Self-introspection on where do you stand as a citizen of that country, and how do you observe other people, like self-introspection, and actually getting to know yourself more. I believe if you know yourself more, you tend to respect other things.
Sure. Yeah.
You understand? So yeah, that's number 1. Self-introspection on where are you as a citizen, on how do you feel, and how would you better yourself in feeling that?
Okay, yeah.
If you dislike something, how do you better yourself into actually, maybe if you don't want to like it, how do you benefit yourself in understanding? In understanding.
Yes.
I believe if we understand more, we will know what to do more.
Wow.
The second thing is to have leeway. Try something.
Okay. Try something.
I don't know you, you don't know me. Maybe I dislike you for some particular reason. Let me try to actually reach out. It only takes a step. I'm not saying I should hug you now, no.
Of course.
Let me try greet you. Something as simple as greeting. Hi, how are you? What country are you from? Something like that. We can always work step by step. If it's a powerful force where people hate each other in that manner, let's just try and work it step by step. Maybe we'll find the root of what is wrong.
Sure.
Have leeway.
Yeah.
Have a heart to try new things, to learn new things about certain countries. Even me, when a Zimbabwean person and a Nigerian person speak, it sounds the same.
Really?
Yeah, it does sound the same to me as a South African.
Yeah.
But when I speak to a Zimbabwean person, I'm like, what did he say? It's like, no, I don't know what he said.
Yeah.
So it sounds the same. So it's like having leeway. Try something. Now you understand yourself as a citizen. Now you introspected yourself. Now you respect someone's presence, someone's value, someone's nature. Try something.
Wow, yeah. It's like this is xenophobia. It's been going on. Why not try something?
Yeah, try it. Like if you don't understand it, try it. Yeah.
So it means that whatever people are doing, it's not the way. Using a shambog, beating someone, kicking someone, or bending whatever their house, or kicking whatever like bad actions. it's not working.
Exactly.
Why not try something else?
Yeah, try.
So
Yeah,
that understanding.
that total understanding. And the third one is to engage. Engaging.
Okay.
Yeah, engaging. Now that you have tried something, now you're seeing how. Now you're understanding. Now it's time to engage. I may engage. How do you say hello in your country?
Yeah.
How do you say hello? How do you say hi? Just all those peaceful things where people feel good. If I say hello, how are you? You look nice today. In your own country, if I say to Zimbabwe, I'm sure someone will feel happy.
For sure, man.
And that's only the first step as citizens. You don't have to do much. You just have to do only that.
Well, yeah.
Just engage. You have introspected yourself. Now you have leeway that you see, that you want to understand now, and you tried something. Now intervene.
Well,
To understand someone's values, to understand someone's cultures. I mean, you all have beautiful clothing, and we have beautiful clothing.
well, yeah.
You know, it's like there's a lot to share. There's a lot to look past the hatred.
Sure, man.
You
Sure,
know.
man. There's a lot, man. Yes, man.
There's
Wow.
a lot, my brother.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's my 3 steps, bruh. I mean, that's as little as I can go because that's my benefits. That's my steps towards xenophobia. Even if I'm against it, but I would want to try like those 3 steps: introspection, having leeway, and intervening yourself with other countries so you can understand the whole picture on what's going on.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. I think you answered my questions. You responded very well. Thank you, everyone who joined this live. Thank you, Amanda and Ria, for your questions. Thank you, guys. I think this is it, man. I had only 2 questions, and Amanda had all questions. Man, thank you for coming and also being part of Crosstalk. Crosstalk we are bringing anyone from different background, from whatever you come from, because we are one. We are a human race. Whatever we like, we stand like wherever we come from, right? We have our things. We have our things that we follow. We have things that we do.
Of course.
It's not me. It's not mean that I should hate another. I should be someone.
Of course.
So as Crosstalk, we are here to sit down to meet.
Yeah.
In the middle.
In the middle.
In the
yes,
middle.
of course.
Yes, regardless of where we come from, regardless of whatever we believe in.
Of course.
But understand each other. Bring peace and respect, love. Yes, man. Thank you, everyone. We are calling it now.
Okay. Bye, everyone.